Hey guys, it's your buddy Rome. Today we're going to take a quick look at how I'm setting up the Obsbot Talent as a running gun type of SRT type of streaming rig. Now you can use this in a variety of different ways depending on your specific setup. The camera that we're going to be using today is the Sony FX30. As you guys see, the advantage to this camera is that if you get it with the top handle, you can easily mount an accessory here for a monitor, and that's exactly how I'm going to mount the Talent on here and then connect it via HDMI. That means that I'll be able to receive audio from this shotgun microphone and any other microphones connected to the device, like a Rode Wireless Go microphone, the Anchors, any of those brands out there, DJI. If you have a way of connecting it to your camera, you'll be able to receive that audio through this device as well. Now, is that limited to this camera specifically? Of course not. But this is one of the cameras that I have here in the studio. This is a quick video, and I'm going to show you guys how I'm setting it up. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, guys, as you can see here on my desk, I have pretty much the setup. So let me clear a few things here off of the stream, just so you guys can see a little bit better. Give me a second. All right, there we go. So here's the camera, the normal orientation of the camera. Let me grab the Obsbot. So this is kind of my desktop rig. This allows me to have a wireless camera on here, or a webcam on here. This is the Obsbot the Obsbot Meet 2. I just have it connected here with a little magnetic mount. But we're not going to use any of that today, so we're going to go ahead and disconnect all of those things from the camera. Then I also have this camera connected to a small rig, a little mini tripod with a quick release, and of course I have both batteries in here. Okay, so now you can use whatever size batteries you want to use. You can use these big 970 batteries, or even the smaller Sony batteries will work as well. And if you're using a V-mount or one of the more professional batteries, you'll be able to plug this into that battery with the right adapter, plug that into the Talent as well. All right, so let's just go ahead and disconnect this. I'm gonna show you guys how I set this up. So I'm taking off the tripod. I do have a quick release plate on here, so I need to remove that. This has got to be one of my favorite things. One of these little multi-purpose tools, with a little wrench and screwdriver and all of those different things. But for this, I'm just going to be taking this guy off right here. All right, there we go. Now, convenience is that this does have that 1/4-20, so that makes it really easy to mount this guy. So all I'm going to do here, since I have this small rig attachment here, I'm just going to mount this. I'm going to side mount it so that I can see the camera. See the monitor. And all I have to do is then tighten this guy down. And now I have this rig set up kind of like, I would want it. And the only thing I'm lacking is my HDMI cable. So here is the HDMI cable that I'm currently using. This is a very, very good cable. So definitely check these out as well. I will list these down in the comments. But this is a full-size HDMI to full-size HDMI. And I'm just going to plug it in right here. There we go. All right, so now I can turn my camera on. Hopefully my camera has power, has battery. All right, guys, so we have our camera turned on. So let's go ahead and turn on the Obsbot. All right, so let's add this camera. All right, that was HDMI 2. See if I can adjust this for you guys to be able to see it. All right, so now we're connected to this camera. I can obviously zoom in. I can focus. I have my 35mm lens on here, but as you see, it now is a run and gun type of rig, right? So easily enough, guys, you could have this as your main camera, and then you could still have other cameras connected to this using NDI or SRT, depending on your specific situation. So let's take it back up and I'll show you guys what this looks like when you're actually holding this in your hand, because it can be a little unwieldy. So this is pretty much what the camera would look like. Obviously, you would have the Obsbot connected here. You'd still be able to set up your scenes, do all of the different things that we talked about before on the previous video using the Obsbot. Currently, I have 2 batteries on this guy right now, so this thing should run all day long. And I'm getting, high quality video right off of the screen here, which I can open to the side if I wanted to, face this in an opposite direction. But you have all of that flexibility with a run and gun type of rig. So in my situation, this would be the main camera facing the Talent, and then I would probably have at least a minimum of 2 tail airs as the wide angle, and then maybe a close-up shot if they're doing some type of product review or something like that. But this is, how I set everything up. Of course, you guys are going to do it differently. Now, whether you're using a camera like this, obviously this would be an option because you have this handle. But if you don't have that, let me show you another option. So here is another one of my mirrorless cameras. It is inside of a small rig cage. You can just purchase the additional handle and a NATO rail, and then you'll be able to attach that onto the top of the cage, and then you can still mount it just the way you see me doing it here. So a lot of options, guys, a lot of options when it comes to setting up these cameras, using them, in studio, using them on location. It just really depends on you guys using your imagination and coming up with something that works for you. Now, in the next video, we will be talking about bringing in web graphics to the Obsbot Talent, very similar to what you see here on this this setup. So you'll be able to go in and control these web graphics from a number of different sources. You'll be able to control it from your phone, from your tablet, from your computer, and all of that will be fed directly into this. So if you want to advance something or move something, or have the little ticker going up and down, all of those things you can do right from your smartphone and your Obsbot Talent. So in the next video, I'll kind of walk you guys through that. It is a very simple setup. Now, you will have to connect to the Obsbot Talent via a web browser, but once you have that set up, it's really easy to do. But again, like I said, in the next video, I'm going to walk you guys through that step by step. But I wanted to do a quick video because somebody was asking me earlier, last night, how would I go about setting up a kind of a studio rig, especially for on location, because they do a lot of podcasting and live streaming and they're always in a different location. How would I set something like that up? And that's exactly how I would do it. And you can still connect standard webcams to this with no problem, as long as this camera's not going to be moving. Just run your wires as you need to, and you're pretty much good to go. All right, guys, it's been Rome with Rome Knows Tech. I will catch you all in the next video. Until then, stay safe. Peace. I'm out.